Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Aman Jaspal. I'm a senior licensed immigration advisor for New Zealand and a MARA advisor for Australia. I'm joined today by my co-host Sameena Jaspal, who is also a senior licensed immigration advisor for New Zealand. Welcome to another podcast where we bring in stories from professionals who are not just climbing the corporate ladder in New Zealand, but they're truly reshaping the industries. Today, we have a very incredible guest, Melissa Pretorius from the Success Group.
Melissa really is a powerhouse in recruitment and leadership with a career spanning across industries and continents. From hospitality with Marriott International to leading recruitment teams in New Zealand, she's really seen it all. Melissa, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thank you so much for having me today. I really am humbled and I appreciate the invite.
Melissa, it's so fantastic to have you here. Before we dive into the professional side of things, can we just tell the audience a little bit about yourself? When you're not managing teams or diving into recruitment strategies, what are you doing in your spare time?
Okay, I was born in South Africa in a place called Pretoria, and I grew up in Centurion, a city that was rapidly developing. In my early 20s, I decided to move to Johannesburg, which is also known as the City of Gold. And when I'm not working, I'm a mom of two very energetic little boys who keep me on my toes. And they constantly remind me to stay aware of my actions and my thought process in life. I love to travel. I enjoy exploring different types of accommodation and experiences in general, whether it be relaxing on a yacht, climbing Brisbane Bridge, or dining in a gourmet restaurant. I'm all in for those kind of things, even if it pushes me, out of my comfort zone. I believe in trying everything once, right? Only once. And then food is definitely my passion. Both of my parents were exceptional cooks and bakers. There's nothing better than coming home after a very long day to prepare a delicious meal with a glass of red wine or a whiskey to unwind. And then lastly, my biggest passion is horseback riding. Is honestly my ultimate how could I say release. The skills I've learned from horse riding often carry over into my personal and in my professional life. It often keeps me grounded and focused.
Melissa, you've traveled extensively for work and pleasure. What places have left the most lasting impression on you and why?
Okay. Yes, I have traveled to many places. But one that will always stay with me, which a lot of people get a surprise about actually, is Rwanda. The country is unbelievably beautiful and raw, and its history and remarkable recovery are really stories that deserve more attention, I feel. The people of Rwanda are incredibly proud of their nature and particularly the gorillas. What struck me the most was how Rwandans eat fresh every day. So they go to a local market every day, and 3 meals a day are fresh ingredients that they pick at the market. And only about 30% of the population have refrigerators. The local communities take part monthly, which I don't think many people are aware of. It's a tradition that they do together once a month. Everybody stops, including the president, and they walk the streets and clean it from any plastic or debris. Rwanda also just has a unique schooling system. So they have a double schooling system. So for those who were affected during the genocide and the aftermath thereafter, of course, the children start early in the day, and then the adults go, say, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon till late in the evening. I think just in general, Rwanda holds like a really, like a place a special place in my heart, just because of the history and the beauty of the country. And I really believe it carries the spirits of Africa with me.
Beautiful. Who would have known so much about Rwanda? Wow, that's so interesting, amazing. Uh, Melissa, I want to also dwell a little bit on your journey. You've had a fascinating journey from hospitality to recruitment. Your journey's pretty much taken you through sales, hospitality, and now recruitment for the Success Group. What were the defining moments that made you realize that recruitment is your calling?
Well, honestly, I didn't. I didn't plan it. I had a set of skills. I have an adaptable personality, and I went for an interview with an agency for a client role that they were advertising. And the branch manager said to me, have you ever considered, a career in recruitment? And I was like, actually, no, I haven't, but I'm so willing to give it a try. And that's how it happened. That was my journey, to be honest.
Okay, that's interesting. Before the recruitment side, and we sort of touched a little bit on it before we dived into the webinar, but with
Yeah.
Marriott International, it must have been filled with, a lot of valuable lessons. Are there any principles from your hospitality days that you still carry with you in your current role?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Marriott has possibly made the largest impact in my life and in my career. Marriott is one of the top hotel groups in the world for a reason. They constantly evolving, growing, and they recognize everyone, no matter the position. They encourage learning and personal growth, and they challenge you to step outside of your boundaries to achieve more and do better. I mean, Marriott's core value, right, for the organization is change, growth. Their beliefs are really important to them, and putting people first, pursuing excellence, and embracing change, acting with integrity, and servicing people, right? Serving people. And I think even though with that value, it sits with me because no matter what business you are in, you're always striving for those kind of values in a business. And yeah, that's definitely one of the most valuable lessons I've learned in my hospitality career.
That's amazing. That's so interesting, Melissa. But the change, Melissa, from hospitality to recruitment isn't the most common one, right? And you must have faced some really big challenges during this transitions. How did you overcome those? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay. Yeah. The biggest challenge I faced in my career was understanding employment legislation and policies around that, right? How did I overcome this? Was honestly with some great support and guidance from my leader, Graham Rogers, who's my director, and my team members who taught me along the way. I do believe it's through practice that you learn and develop skills. So definitely, I would say that's been my biggest challenge in the changeover.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I've got that recruitment background, and I know that with recruitment, and when we're talking about recruitment, it's sort of like every day there
Yeah.
can be some really big highs and there can be lows as well. But for you, do you remember like a first major win in this field, and what did it teach you?
Oh yes, geez, it feels like it happened yesterday, just yesterday. I was able to change someone's life by helping them recognize skills that they didn't believe they had in securing a job. I placed them, and this person was living in their car. And once they got the job, their entire life transformed. It taught me how a job can truly shift the course of someone's life. And that honestly was one of the biggest wins for me.
Melissa, how do you describe your leadership style and how has it evolved over the past years?
Well, I believe a true leader is always evolving. There's no way that you could have just evolved and that's now you're a great leader, right? Well, there are always fundamental principles that shape your management style, and strive to be a leader who can, I strive to be a leader who can, talk the walk, walk the walk, this means, actively supporting and having my team members' backs, showing that I'm just not giving direction, but leading by example. And at the end of the day, I'm still human. Even though I'm a leader, I'm still human.
And you've had experience leading teams across different industries as well as different countries. What's the biggest difference you've noticed in managing people across cultures?
I think the biggest difference lies in your ability as a leader to adapt. Stay open-minded about their cultures, embrace them. Showing genuine interest and respect can make a significant impact on your management style within a team. That's what I've always found.
Wonderful. And have there been any standout mentors you've had that have really shaped your approach to leadership?
I wouldn't be where I am today without the guidance and influence of mentors, big or small. A few key ones will always be my dad. He owned multiple businesses, so he'll always be one of my key, leaders and mentors. Bill Marriott, he took a concept and completely changed his business model. He started with something that was not hotels and ended up being one of the largest hotel groups in the world. Nelson Mandela, definitely. Naomi, which was actually one of my lecturers while I was doing my diploma. And then my high school, which is my final year of high school, was Margot Ford. I've had many leaders, but these were definitely ones that made a large impact on shaping who I was going to be as a leader. And throughout my career, you're influenced by various leaders. Each of them has played a role in shaping who I am today. Absolutely.
It's nice, and it's always nice to have so many people that impact you. And I'm sure that you, as a leader, have been impactful on many people as well. A lot of people associate leadership with being in charge, but I believe it's so much more than that. How do you empower your team to sort of lead themselves?
Okay, I let them swim and find their own way. Don't get me wrong. I often reference the line from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And it's quite a joke in the office. And when they need me, I'll swim alongside of them. I believe that you can't take somebody and do it for them. You need to let them figure it out themselves. We're a school of fish, but even one fish can make a huge difference. And that's why every person matters. And I will swim alongside my team members. And in that way, hopefully lead them in the right direction.
Melissa, recruitment, it can be quite a roller coaster, with deadlines, candidates.
Absolutely.
How do you keep yourself motivated with this such a challenging sector that you've chosen now to move from hospitality?
Oh well, to be honest, the reactions I get when I tell the candidate they got the job, or the relief on my client's face when I found them the perfect candidate fit for the position, are truly rewarding. Um, it really is. You have these moments of real lows, but then when you have these real highs and you play someone and that relief, oh yeah, no, that's rewarding enough for me. Thanks.
Yeah, I love that, and I love that you've touched on sort of changing people's lives, and it is for your clients as well as for these people that have got their new job and secured the role. I feel like there's a perception that recruitment is just about filling roles, which when we're in the industry we understand that it's not. But what's something about recruitment that you feel that most people misunderstand?
Oh, yeah. The sheer number of checks and balances involved in finding the right candidates. We validate their skills, education, experience. It's immense, but it's all worth it to ensure a perfect match, right? But honestly, I think that a lot of people think that it's just, oh, yeah, you do an interview, tick the box, and that's done and dusted. But that's definitely not the case.
All right. So, in your experience, Melissa, what is the key to staying so resilient in this demanding industry?
Ooh, I think it might come across hard, but I am very direct. So don't take things personally. It's not about you. It's a business. It really is. And just thinking it through, reflecting. It's not about you. It's a business.
I think that goes nicely into my next question. For someone looking at entering the recruitment space, somebody coming in new, what piece of advice would you give them to sort of set them up for long-term success?
Yeah, recruitment is all about building relationships. And it really takes time and effort to cultivate them successfully. I would really say that that's what recruitment is about. Yeah, you've got your relationship with a client, and most people now would have said, "Oh, yeah, the client relationship." No, even with your candidate, because at the end of the day, you're trusting your candidate that they're going to be able to go and fill that position, and it's about building up the relationships in general.
Wonderful. Melissa, I want to also get your response or just your thoughts on a pretty new topic, which is talked about a lot recently, is the requirement of professionals to create a personal brand for themselves. So, what is your opinion about what is a personal brand that a professional needs to create? How important is it? And any insights that you can share with us on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I think it was back in about 20, perhaps be 2012. One of my managers, Stephen Bagg, once told me, we are the representative of an organization. The organization itself does not physically offer or provide the service. You do. You are the brand of the organization. You need to build your own brand because it's your personality that makes clients open up to using your services that your company offers. So to me, it's really ultimately you absolutely need to build up your own brand to be successful.
And how do you keep your online presence and that brand authentic while still being professional?
To be honest with you, I only share things that are real and raw, things I can personally relate to or strive towards.
So, Melissa, you often share motivational insights about growth and change. What inspires you to keep sharing such experiences publicly?
What motivates me? I may never know the impact I have, but I believe I can make a difference in someone's life, whether it's small or big. It doesn't matter to me. Um, so that's what inspires me to keep on sharing.
We're going to do something a little bit fun now. So we have just a little bit of a break up from the in-depth questions. And it's kind of like a quick fire round. So Aman will just give you some quick questions. So whatever first comes into mind, we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Perfect.
Yes. So let's get started. So, Melissa, are you a morning or a person or a night owl?
Completely morning, morning person.
Your favorite book you would recommend to everyone?
The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. Incredible. Changed my life.
One skill in recruitment that everyone should master?
Being able to talk to anyone from any background or any culture.
Beautiful. Your ideal way to unwind after a long week?
Relaxing on the couch with a good whiskey on the rocks.
If not recruitment, what career path would you have chosen?
It's a really simple answer. Back to Marriott Global Sales.
Well, okay, lovely. One food you could eat every day for the rest of your life?
Okay, as I mentioned, I cannot choose just one. I love all kinds of food. I've tasted so many things in my life that picking one favorite would be impossible for me.
Mhm. Lovely. What's the weirdest job you've come across in recruitment?
A paper shredder, a person that just stands day in and day out and shreds documents.
Wow, interesting. Um, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
I would fly. I want to fly because then my travels would be way more cheaper.
Oh, interesting. Um, okay, this is interesting. If you're stuck in a deserted island, what are the three things you'd want with you?
Friends, soap, and food.
If you have dinner, if you have option having dinner with a historical figure, who would it be?
Nelson Mandela.
Beautiful, lovely. What one thing on your bucket list you haven't done as yet?
I want to go horseback riding in the US and muster cattle.
Oh, well, beautiful. What's a guilty pleasure TV show and movie?
Oh, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Big
Oh,
Harry
nice.
Potter.
And describe yourself in 3 words for us.
This is always a hard one. Direct, resilient, and honest.
Well done,
That
beautiful.
was great, and I think we've seen that coming through. I really love learning about your journey, and it sounds like it's been filled with lessons. If you could go back and give your younger self a piece of advice, what would it be?
Listen more, talk less.
That's lovely. And looking ahead, any goals or anything that you are really excited to achieve personally or professionally, Melissa?
Yeah, I wouldn't be living without goals. Let's say that. I mean, that's business industry and sales industry. Personally, I want to own a horse again, and professionally, I'm hoping to become the general manager this year.
Hey, I love that. I love having the same as you. I love having goals and working towards them. And I think it's just as important to have those professional goals as well as the personal. Lastly, for everyone listening today, whether they're sort of starting their career or maybe transitioning like you have from one industry to the other, or a leader of teams, what's one final message that you'd just like to share with the audience today?
Well, I hope it makes an impact on someone, but don't let the storm knock you down. Embrace it, learn the lessons that will shape you for your future.
That's such a beautiful way to end it. And thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing your wisdom, your journey, and your energy with us today. It's been really insightful. It's been fun. It's really nice to know you. I think a lot of people watching it would take a lot of inspiration from the journey that you've had, your success, and your personal words of advice. So thank you so much again for taking your time and talking to our audience at LinkedIn. And if you have any further questions, please reach out to us, or you can reach out to Melissa on our LinkedIn.
Thank you both to both of you. I really appreciate it. It was great chat.